Hey, what is going on? I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm doing pretty well. Again, it's another late night for me. I'm just about to go to bed. I just got home from jujitsu and I had a pretty solid day today. I had a pretty easygoing day at work, which is nice. It's kind of the first time in a long time. It feels like, at least, even though I was off for pretty much the entire month of August because of my nose surgery, but doing well. Yeah. I hope everyone's doing well as well. Like I say normally, if you're having a good day, I hope that continues. If it's the morning, think about what could make this a good day. If it's the evening and it was a good day, think about how you could repeat that. And if it wasn't a good day, think about how you could change that for tomorrow, because that essentially is always in your hands as well. Yeah, I'm going to make this one a quick, little, short, and sweet episode. Like I said, I did just get home from a nice workout. I want to get in a nice shower. I still haven't even showered up, actually. I'm kind of gross and sweaty. Luckily, you guys can't smell me. But, yeah, I want to shower up and go to bed. I just want to come on here and chat with you guys because, like I said, my last week of work and the couple weeks before that were pretty long. Kind of working 10-hour days minimum and pretty hard work, like doing a lot of demolition in this one house. So a lot of carrying things, a lot of pulling things off of walls, taking walls apart. Fun stuff for me. I like kind of just throwing on, obviously, podcasts and just kind of basically tuning out and just listening to podcasts, listening to music, and throwing some shit around. It's pretty fun for me, and it's it's kind of like a workout all day, which is nice because then I come home and work out. So I'm basically working out all day, except for the times that I'm pretty much doing these podcasts and editing these podcasts as well. But yeah, so aside from basically working myself into the ground and stressing myself out over, the new merch drop, having to schedule interviews, having to basically tackle a bunch of different projects all at once. I was finding myself last Monday kind of stressed out, kind of low energy during the evening. I was kind of feeling like I was, stressing out on multiple different kind of, forefronts in my life. And I wanted to talk about that today because I found myself basically in the same position I'm in today, but I had a different perspective on it at the time. I was kind of feeling like, hey, I'm working 10-hour days, and then I come home, I got to work out, and I got to do my podcast, got to film, I got to edit, I got to schedule interviews, I got to do the merch stuff, make sure deliveries are going out, and I just basically felt like I was getting swamped. I felt like I was getting overwhelmed. And first of all, I want to talk about what got me through that. And then and second of all, I want to talk about kind of the perspective shift that I've had in the last couple of days. It's now Friday, but you guys won't hear this on a Friday because I don't drop episodes on Friday. This will be next week by then. But yeah, I want to talk about what got me through that because I know a lot of the time when we feel swamped, I know naturally what I want to do is basically turn into a sloth. When I feel like I've been overworked or I feel like, hey, I've got too much shit going on, that's when I start to make up excuses and start to think about reasons why I don't have to do the things that are actually good for me. And so I don't know if you remember, I literally just said this like maybe a minute or two ago where I said I still had to get my workouts in. I still had to do my reading. I still had to do a little bit of meditation and stretching. And a lot of people would think, hey, you could sleep a little bit more and cut those things out and start relaxing a little bit more. But I also think that doing those things and making sure I was disciplined to continue to do those things and not make excuses for myself is what got me through that kind of quote unquote tough time, even though it wasn't that bad actually in hindsight. Those are, Judah and I talked about this in the interview that we did the other day. Those are kind of the times where we start to make excuses for ourselves and think, hey, I'm a little bit too busy to work out. I'm a little bit too busy to take care of myself properly, because that's essentially what you're saying. When you find yourself working a lot, you're like working 10-hour days plus a commute, you're basically working for 12 hours a day because you're driving to and from as well. that's when we start to think, oh, maybe I'll just hit a drive-through. Fuck meal prepping. Maybe I'll just get some fast food. I'll just get like a fucking cheap, quick meal. Maybe I'll skip a workout. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. And that's when your life can actually start to go downhill quick, because you start to make all these excuses to basically throw your life out the window. And that might sound like an exaggeration to some people, but let's be real. This is how it fucking starts. You never really throw your life out the window in one day. It never happens in one day. It's slow, gradual decisions where you start to give yourself some slack and start to make negative decisions that then impact the next day, the next day, the next day. And that's essentially how it snowballs, right? Like, it's anybody that's dealt with kind of addictions in the past or anything like that, you understand pretty clearly that it doesn't just happen in one day. It's the continuous decision making of just like, fuck it, I'll just do it this one time. Oh, okay, I'll just do it this other time. And that's what kind of snowballs our lives in a negative position, or a negative direction, I should say. And so one of the things, like I said, that got me through that time where I was like, fuck, I feel really beat down. I feel like I'm working a lot. I feel like I don't really have a lot of time. The things that get you through those tough times are staying disciplined to the things that you need to do. Because any of us could come home and watch fucking Netflix or watch fucking YouTube for hours and hours and quote unquote tell ourselves, hey, I deserve this because I worked so hard. It's like, no, you worked hard, so now you have to fucking do the things that are actually going to recharge your batteries instead of drain your mental ability or your energy, or put your body in worse positions. Because let's face it, our bodies aren't meant to just sit down and relax and fucking chill out. We're human beings, we're animals, and we're meant to keep moving, and keep moving we must. So I think that especially if you work a physical job, for everybody that works in construction, for everybody that works in the trades, anything like that, continuing to work out, continuing to stretch, continuing to move your body and make sure that it can move properly without pain, it's basically your duty to do that. If you want to have a long-term career, if you want to have a fucking life where you're not 45 and broken, then it's important to keep moving. So that was one of the things that kind of helped me get through that tough time. Not to mention the fucking dopamine rush that you get from workouts, the endorphins that kick in, the reward system internally that you have. You're going to fucking feel better when you work out. You're going to feel better when you stretch. You're going to feel better when you do all these things. And we all know this intellectually, but until we put it into practice, then we don't finally understand it. And so for me, it was kind of nice because I have kind of put myself into that position where I just kind of, and maybe this is, again, something that I've got to deal with, or something that I don't really see this as a negative, but I kind of feel bad if I don't do those things. And I understand now that that's what kind of got me through that tough time, that time where I felt a little burnt out or run down. And I'm appreciative of that. And so I want to share that with you guys as well, because right now, if you're feeling like, hey, I'm a little bit overworked, or I'm a little bit low energy, or I'm a little bit tired and I can't understand why, I don't see the point in what I'm doing, those are the times you need to stay disciplined. And those are the times you need to keep fucking moving, literally, physically keep fucking moving, because that's how we create progress, is to keep moving forward, physically and mentally, etc., right? Like, to literally keep moving. So now that it's been a few more days and I've kind of gotten, again, the fact that I have this amount of energy at this late of night, and I feel this fired up, and I wanted to share this with you, is because I literally just finished a workout, and now I have those endorphins that I'm talking about. I have that dopamine, that serotonin rushing through my veins. I feel great and energized because I just went for a hard fucking workout. So that is a testament to exactly what I'm talking about, because this is the end of my work week. I spent the day working, and then I worked on my truck for a bit, and I felt a little bit run down, went for a workout, and I fucking feel 10 times better right now. So that's, again, just a little testament to what it means to just keep fucking moving. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about the perspective shift I had as well, because like I said, in the beginning of the week, I was kind of run down. I was chatting with a group, and I was basically saying how I feel a little bit run down, I feel a little bit tired, etc., etc., etc. I was kind of in this victimhood mentality. And now it's the end of the work week, and I have a weekend packed full of stuff as well. I'm going to be pretty much working the entire time. And I was thinking about, why do I feel so much better today than I did on Monday? And I was kind of, I spent the last couple of days meditating a little bit more, which is nice. It's kind of cleared my head. I really fucking suck at meditating. So forcing myself to meditate for like 5 to 10 minutes a day really fucking helps me out. And while I was meditating today, I was thinking about, the problems that I'm struggling with now are the problems that I was wishing I would have, a couple months back, a couple years back. I was like, man, I really wish that, we picked up a couple more jobs in the construction industry. We would pick up a lot more work. And now I'm like, fuck, I'm swimming in projects and we've got tons of hours to go around. So it's like, it's not like I'm going to have any slow weeks anytime soon, which is exciting for me. That's the exact problem that I wished I had a few months back. And then in terms of like dealing with the podcast, it's like, man, me 5 years ago, if I told myself that I had a podcast that I had to edit and record, it's like, that's what I dreamed of fucking doing. That's what I wished that I had to do. As well as like the clothing, like organizing orders and making sure that people get the clothing that they paid for, etc. Like, man, that was a dream of mine since I was 17. And so I think a lot of the times we have to look back and think about, the problems that we're dealing with now, maybe they're not the exact same fucking issues that you wish that you would have dealt with, whatever. But you could see that hopefully you have that linear growth, that maybe it's like a slow progression of growth of like, yeah, these are the things that I was wishing I was going to be dealing with. And maybe you don't feel that way. Maybe you're dealing with the same shit that you were dealing with a year back, 2 years back, 3 years back, etc. Like I still am dealing with shit that I had, skeletons in my closet way back then because I was fucking neglecting to deal with them. So if you're in that position, then you have to really fucking think about, why is this going to be a consistent problem in my life? And do I want that to be a consistent problem in my life? And how can I fucking end that? Because at the end of the day, we essentially do choose our own problems. And someone was, that reminds me of a conversation I had last weekend where I was talking to somebody and they were like, how do you find the time or the energy to work out all the time while you work in construction? This gentleman also worked in construction. He was saying that he comes home and he's sore as fuck all the time. He's tired, etc. And I was like, look, bro, at the end of the day, you're going to be fucking sore no matter what. You choose the fucking sore that you're going to be. Because if you fucking sit around all day and you watch Netflix when you get home, guess what? You're going to be fucking sore and tired because your body's going to adapt to what you do all the time. Your body's not meant to sit down at like a fucking 90-degree angle and fucking watch things and chill out. And if you do those things, then guess what? Your hips are going to get all fucking jacked up. Your back's going to be fucking sore. By the time you're like 30 years old, 40 years old, you're going to be like, fuck, I have all this back pain and my shoulders are all fucked up from sitting down and leaning forward so much. So you can choose the fucking pain that you want to have in your life. You can choose the struggles you can have in your life. Obviously, I'm talking more about physical pain in this aspect. But it's like, yeah, do you choose your pain? Choose your uncomfortability. Do you want to be sore because you worked out? Or do you want to be sore because you fucking didn't and your body just got used to not moving and now anytime you move, you get sore? You kind of have to choose your own struggle there. And life is the exact same as well. If you choose to make yourself struggle a little bit mentally, you choose to do uncomfortable things and push yourself outside your comfort zone, you're going to be uncomfortable. But guess what? If you choose to not push yourself, if you choose to just stay as fucking comfortable as you possibly can, life's going to throw you fucking curveballs and then you're going to be super fucking uncomfortable anyway. So you choose your own struggles. And when I started to adapt that mindset in the last couple of days, again, I'm in the exact same position I was on Monday. Now it's Friday, and I feel 100 times better because I realize that the struggles that I'm dealing with are the struggles that old me wished that he would be dealing with. So I hope that kind of helps put your life or your problems into perspective. I know that kind of helped me out this week, and I'm hoping that helps you out as well. If you fucking like this episode and it kind of fired you up, or you know somebody that fucking needs to hear some message like this, share this with them. It helps the podcast, it helps your friends, and it helps little old me. So I would really appreciate it if you guys share this episode. Other than that, we got the Risen Fallen merch. Obviously, you guys can find it at risenfallen.com. This weekend, which is going to be past by the time you hear this, The mental health group is going on the grouse grind, so don't message me about going on the grouse grind unless you want to go on the grouse grind with me another time. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because the mental health group that we have, obviously also called Risen Fallen, we've been trying to do a lot more in-person get-togethers. Like last weekend, we had a barbecue. This weekend, we're doing a little grouse grind. Maybe next weekend we could be doing something else. So hit me up if you want to get together with that group. We're trying to build a community, build a little bit more connection, have some good conversations with some good people, and just basically, like I said, connect with people that are like-minded, that want to grow, that want to develop a little bit more, and I want to help lift other people up as well. If that sounds like a community that you want to be in, reach out to me on Instagram at Risen Fallen, obviously. Other than that, I don't think that there's anything else to share. I should be wearing the fucking Risen Fallen merch. I don't know why I'm not, but fuck me, I guess that's what happens. And we all make mistakes. But I'm not going to re-record this wearing another shirt because I kind of like the way that this all came out. So, like I said, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you had a good day if your day is over. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. If you listen to the podcast version of this, rate this 5 stars and leave a little review for your boy. It really does help me out in the algorithms, and that's pretty much it. I hope you're having a good one. If you're not, I fucking feel you. It is what it is. That's how I was feeling earlier this week, and just understand that shit's temporary. It's gonna get fucking better. And if it doesn't, fucking reach out to me. I'm always down to have a good fucking conversation and try my best to kind of help, just even if it's just to listen. So that's all I got. Hope you're doing well. If you're not, reach out. If not to me, to someone else that you love and trust. And that's it. So much love. Peace out. I love you all, motherfuckers. Have a good one.